The United States of America, one of the world's superpowers. But how did it get to that point, and what's the history of the US? Well, after Christopher Columbus landed in the Americas, Europe rushed to colonize the New World. And one of those nations was little old England. After Scotland decided they should really join the colonization thing but failed and lost a lot of money, England said they'll pay off Scotland's debts. Eventually, the United Kingdom was formed, and the UK decided they would begin their own colonization. They would colonize what is the modern day East Coast and form the 13 colonies. But as time went by, the 7 Years' War began, a war that the Americans called the French Indian War. And it was fought somewhat to protect the English American colonies. But if you want to know more about that war, I also made a video on that, check it out. But this war cost a lot on England's part. So they decided they would tax the colonies. This war was fought to protect the colonies. The colonies definitely won't mind to get taxed a bit. But the colonies did. They claimed this is taxation without representation. Because they did not have any say in parliament, they could not object to these taxes. So after the sword heard around the world, the American Revolution began with famous events like George Washington crossing the Delaware and etc. But France and other European nations, in spite of the British Empire, funded the American Revolution. And eventually, America won the war and America was formed. Now, Thomas Jefferson, the third US president, would buy Louisiana from Napoleon. Now, why would Napoleon give so much land for practically nothing? Well, to understand that, we have to go back to the Haitian Revolution. Napoleon didn't see any purpose in controlling all of Louisiana. Haiti wasn't even in that control. Also, he needed money to fight the British. So Napoleon gave it to Jefferson. Now Jefferson, who was a very anti-big government guy, had to go against his own morals and without approval just buy it because it was too good of an offer. So America doubled its size, and as time went by, Manifest Destiny was born. The dream that America should keep expanding westward. Their goal, reach all the way to the Pacific. And this goal would slowly grow America's borders until they came to two disputes, Texas and Washington. You see, Washington was disputed between the British and Americans. You see, the Americans eventually managed to take the territory from the British, but Texas was won through war. You see, Texas had rebelled against the Mexicans and now wanted to join America. But Texas claimed they had a lot more territory than Mexico said they had. So, when America came in, Mexico said that is their land. And so the Mexican-American War began. And America won the war, getting lots more territories. But soon the Civil War came, a dispute of slavery or no slavery. And if you want to get that in detail, check out my video about the Civil War. But eventually that war was also won by the Union. Eventually, America reached pretty much what its modern day size is. They bought Alaska from the Russians, but then came World War I. A European war America joined, and America won. America just wanted peace in Europe. But afterwards, the Great Depression came to America and they entered the period of isolationism. Basically, we're not getting into other people's affairs. Now, then comes World War II. If you want to know a little bit more about from other European nations' perspective, check out my History of Russia video and my German history video. Now, once World War II began, America was strictly isolationist and just supplying weapons to the Allies, not actually sending troops. But then Pearl Harbor happened when the Japanese member of the Axis attacked the Americans. The Americans would declare war on Japan and Germany and Italy declare war on America. America would do D-Day, liberate France, and begin marching on Berlin. But the Soviets beat them to it. But eventually, they got into the Cold War with the Russians, which if you want to know from the Russian perspective, check out my History of Russia video. So, the Americans fought for influence, and during the Cold War, the Americans would form NATO, or the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which basically said an attack on one of us is an attack on all of us in Article 5. And when the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, America expanded NATO, eventually becoming one of the hegemons of the world and one of the modern day superpowers. And that is the history of America.